Best cars that nobody really owns. I'm starting off with the Warrener. I picked this for number 10 because it's actually not, it is pretty ugly, I will say that. But I only really have it on the list because of how good the handling is. The brakes, I don't really, they're not too bad, I guess, but it is a pretty good car, but most people don't own it purely because of its looks. At number 9, I have another car from the I'm Not a Hipster update. It seems like most cars from that update people don't own, like the Volkswagen Bus, this, number 10. Nobody really wanted any of them. They're pretty cool to have, but I like this because it, like the other ones, it has good steering, but it doesn't really look that good. That was my own stupidity. It goes actually pretty fast. And this is actually one of my favorite interiors for the cars on this game. Other than not being able to do much at all, it's just like the regular body stuff that you can do to it. I like it. But not enough that I would buy it online. I know what you're thinking. It's extremely ugly. That's obvious. But it is really good. It reminds me, like, cause the front, like an 80s Volkswagen Golf, which this would be another one from the list of I'm Not a Hipster update. So they put quite a few bad cars on here, but performance-wise, they're not terrible, other than speed, obviously. For this one, I'm going to make you think about what it is. Because to respect this car, you don't have to look at the outside. But the hint is, the outside looks like a Nissan 240Z. Yep, it's a Bengali. Front wheel drive. The one car in the game that's really difficult to try to do a donut in. Woo! I did own one of these before. Now I feel stupid. I did own one before, online, but I got rid of it for one reason. There was something better when Heist came out, so I had to get rid of it. But if I could own another garage, I would definitely have this. The only reason this is not my number one is because of the looks. It's fast, it drives pretty good. There's not too much to complain about, other than it being front wheel drive. that kind of ruined the car. But it does go pretty quick. Even person mode looks awesome. Stupid trucks. And there's the other downside. How wide it is. Because when you're in first person, you can't really see if you're going to hit something. Because your front hood, yeah, because you have a back hood. The hood is so long that you don't really know when you're going to hit a car. Or if you are. But this goes pretty quick. At number 6 we have the Felon GT. This car is extremely good. Good handling, it's easy to drift with. There's not many problems with it. Other than sometimes, like, it's not extremely fast. It looks good. But you can't do much with the body, like, there's not much upgrades that you can get. All you can really do, this is just for people who like driving. That's pretty much it. Because it's probably the most fun car that you can drive. Coming in at number 5, we have the Galavant Baller. I like this version a lot more because it's a lot better at off-roading. But the only reason I put this as number 4 is because just because it's really good at off-roading, you're not off-roading much. You're almost never off-road, other than if you're at the other end of the map, but usually most people aren't. Number 4, I have the Penumbra. I think it looks good. It resembles the Mitsubishi Eclipse, but on here it's rear wheel drive. It's actually really good handling. It also, I think it does look great. On here, I put it as number 4 mostly because the upgrades that you can get some pretty cool ones that make it look more like you'd actually be racing it on the street.
What miracle did you want me to perform?
But I'm going to show you some of the upgrades. Like bumpers, there's quite a few that actually look good. They're making a nice cool car. Put some neons under it. Ooh, look at that. Grill. You can do the hood. Not too much that looks good with the hood. But the roll cage looks like, ooh. Actually changes the seat, so then you actually have bucket seats. Carbon fiber roof. You can get nice side skirts. Some really high spoilers. Lower it, well, like you can on every car. Transmission, turbo, wheels, windows. At number 3, I have the Ruiner. I do own this car online. I like it a lot, but I only didn't put this at my number 1 because it kind of is what it is. It's a muscle car, so you know that it's not going to be great at handling. It's not going to be good at braking, not good in the rain. And there's not all that much that you can add to it other than bumpers, and that's pretty much it. Bumpers and lights and suspension. Now for number 2, I have the Huntley F. I did this vehicle, a full video of this last. It's a really good car, actually. There's not much that I don't like about it. It's really good off-road. It looks kind of good, depending on what side you're looking at of it. But goes pretty quick especially for an SUV. Goes up the hills faster than most sports cars. Now time for a few nominations. The Sultan RS. The Vapid Blade. And number 1. The Sultan RS. Probably the best free car that you can even get in this entire game. You can just pick it up off the street. And it's it's strong, like you can wreck pretty bad and it won't show much damage at all. You can fix it up a lot. It's 4-wheel drive, so you can drive it anywhere. You can get hit by other cars like that. See? Did I not say that it was strong? See how fast I hit him? How about that? Even in first person, it's great. This is probably the best first person vehicle there is in the game. Like, it just is so perfect. I have no complaints about this car. This is my own personal one from online, because I actually own it because I like it that much. My next video is going to be the top 10 cars that you can pick up off the street.